What up, what up, what up? It's your boy UAG back in the building with another episode of the Weekly Retro Party. We're about to get this party started. First of all, before I start, I got to tell this guy, Super King, to shut his mouth, shut his trap, because he's so disrespectful with the words he's saying in this damn chat. But I'll let the whole crew get on him real fast because he's been disrespectful all day. We'll start with my man, the right-hand man, the foundation. What up, bro?
What's up, man? Man, can't wait to talk about this stuff right here.
Oh yeah,
What's
because
up,
you feeling good. You feeling good today, right? Because you've been vindicated. You know. So we'll talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
And we got the other corner here. Mr. Sting himself. OTJ.
What's going on, guys?
What's up,
man?
What's up, bro?
Just chilling.
I'm liking the colors there. I'm liking the little, stuff. We all appreciate that. And we got the muscle and hustle. What up, bro?
Say hello to the bad guy. They say I'm a bad guy. I came from the bottle, but now I'm mad fly.
There you go.
What up, guys? So we've already got halfway through the week. Yesterday was the pregame to CES, and it seems like that was the CES. So we're going to be talking about the wins and losses for both companies. So let's jump into it real quick. To start off, we're going to start with iiRcade, or whatever you want to call it, right? To be honest with you, I don't think they know what they call it. But first, before we even say that, there's a theme to this. The community have been clamoring for some of the features that came out for both companies. They said, we want this, we want that. We get it. And there's people like Super King that bitch about it. I don't understand. You ask, I want this. I want a Pro line. I want Mortal Kombat online. I want a freaking a lit marquee, and people complain.
Dude, I kind of understand though. The only reason I understand is because I didn't complain, but I got emotional. Moat made a video right away. I saw his video. I was like, dude, you're fast. And he's like, dude, I'm not even fast. I got emotional. So I didn't know how to react. My first reaction before I slept last night, I was pissed off all day, dude. And I was pissed off, and I wasn't. It's because I have KI pre-ordered already, and I'm like, you motherfuckers. Sorry, I'm trying not to cuss here.
It's all right. You let it out. Let it out.
Right, you guys are like, you motherfuckers, Arcade1up. I wish you guys would have just announced both of them, like the Pro Series, and then for sale now, like it's gonna come out soon, or both of them at the same time, or something like all right, they had to do Killer Instinct first. If they would have just announced the Pro Series, that's why it got delayed to February. Explain something to us, and you can cancel your pre-order, and it was coming out then. That would have been the way to announce it. But the fact to say this summer, I made a video the night before, fucking out of nowhere, saying I can't wait for Killer Instinct. I modded my 1UP, put a fucking Atari VCS in there to run Windows, to run Killer Instinct. I made a video. I can't wait any longer. I'm gonna play this, and then you expect me to wait for the Pro Series to the summer? I took it personal. What? Went to sleep, woke up the next morning. I'm like, dude, it's not even a big deal.
Yeah,
it really isn't.
It's not a big deal. It's what I wanted.
I got something to say about that when you finish.
There's a great video right now. If you haven't seen it, please go see it on Retro Ralph Live.
Yeah,
and we're our own worst enemies. Yeah. To be quite honest with you, you want something and then you get mad because they come out with something else, and now you want that. You don't. Hey, no one's has a gun to your head saying, "Yo, you need this."
Yeah.
Would it ruffle my feathers if I got it? I would say it would ruffle my feathers if I had it in my home, but nobody has it in their home.
Yeah, exactly.
So all they can do is cancel it. They'll be like this, you know what? Cancel it.
That's what I was about to say. Man.
Or you could say you get it and you'd be like, I really want it now. I get it, and then I'll flip it before
Yes.
this thing comes.
It took me all that to sleep on it to realize that. Like I could get it
But
now.
there was a lot of videos like that. Like look at Twisted Chris. When he first heard the news, he was not a happy camper. By the end of the day, he changed his tune.
Yeah,
So
that happened to me.
you know, we all it's only human nature.
Yeah.
Now, let's MOAT has the face like so. You didn't feel any type of way? Did you change your tune, or you just feeling like tight?
Okay, so just so we're clear, because I've been doing this for the last 24 hours, me versus the comment section, jabs and hooks. You know what I'm saying? Look, I never said I didn't want a pro series. I said, hey, yo, they could have announced this thing at the same time they announced KI, but I understand they needed a big announcement for CES. I get it, but it's one of those things where it's like, yo, if you pre-ordered, do you cancel your pre-order and then try to be a lottery winner and get one of these limited edition ones? You know what I mean? Like, everything they put in it, I'm completely for. Hell, I like it. Everything except for the anti-fatigue mat, which I don't still get. But hey, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? And it was more of a, yo, really? Yo, this is what y'all are doing tonight. This is what y'all are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like more of a pissed off thing. You have to think at this point in time, I was in the middle of PETA. I just finished watching PETA's video, and then I see Console Kids goes live, and he's showing all this stuff gets leaked, and you know what I'm saying? And then he starts talking about freaking KI, and I'm like, wait, what? And so I go look, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then I see the GameSpot article, which apparently no other YouTubers read until I read it out last night about freaking them dropping the Pro Series every quarter. And then all of a sudden that information is spreading around like wildfire. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, do some journalism, please. I'm just saying. But I'm happy for the Pro line. And I want the Pro Series to succeed because then there's chances that we might get the things that we want. So initially, was I tight?
I'm happy.
Was I tight about it? Yeah, because I'd have put that money towards that. But now
I mean, like, you still can,
right? And you could, but it's like, yo, do I have to wait until like anywhere between June and August to get one, or do I want to be day one? That's
you.
And get in?
You haven't had it for the 3 years that Arcade1up been in existence, so you can just either wait and play it on your Xbox. And be a big boy, or you can complain.
Yeah. I'm not complaining. See, that's the thing. I'm not complaining because I'm keeping my pre-order and I'm saying it live on stream. As soon as the Pro Series gimmick comes out for pre-order, I'm ordering it. And if anybody wants to buy my original cabinet, they can do so.
Okay. That's all I'm saying.
I'm a reasonable individual.
I appreciate that you come around. Now, first of all, two things before I go. I have to give praise to Maddads because he says I never do it. So when we talked about the Pro line episode a couple of you did, but a couple of days ago, a couple of weeks ago, he mentioned we talked about the screen size. I said 20. He said no, it's going to be 19, and it's probably going to be 5.4. Long and behold, he hit a double, a double hole in one. It's never going to happen again. So we have to stop and appreciate this. For once, he was correct.
Tell you, man, that's what I'm talking about. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Nah, but for real though, man. Like this KI, I didn't even care though. When it came out, I was like, okay, cool. I think that's why they did that, man. They because I know we would have been even more pissed, right, if they actually sent those cabinets out that we pre-ordered.
Right.
And then after that, we got them in the home, like you said, we already paid, it's gone, our money's out of there, and then next thing you know, they Pro line, bam, right there. It seems like they gave us time to figure out what we wanted, though, to tell you the truth. That's why they kind of pushed it back. And yes, they needed something for CES and all that. But I mean, I think it's pretty cool, man. You have a choice. Most people don't have enough, room in their home to have a big Pro Series.
And that's why it's pretty cool that they give us those choices. Real quickly, let me just read this super chat from Mr. Console Fanboy. Thank you for the $5. Star Wars Pinball was announced at CES a year before it actually came out. So just because there is a CES announcement doesn't mean it will be out soon.
I would. This is normally when I would agree with you, but they sent this press release out to CNET, GameSpot, IGN, like they've all gotten the same.
I mean, everything is subject to change. Like look what happened with Dragon's Lair. Like, and we heard that about centuries ago.
But I think the reason behind Dragon Lair is because the iiRcade's already doing it. So it's just kind of like, well, what's really going to make it special.
Hey, Mo, but this
Listen,
Killer
you
Instinct
can't
got announced
bitch at
at
him, yo.
CS last year, right? Or when did it get announced that we were getting Killer Instinct?
Last
Instinct.
I
No,
mean,
Killer
no,
Instinct got announced.
E3,
It was,
E3,
yeah,
Oh,
it was
E3?
like it was right after E3.
E3 this summer.
Oh, was that soon?
Yeah, yeah, it was
Man.
in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So how long did we have to wait? It wasn't that long. Yeah.
I mean,
Originally,
Yeah,
it
I
was
think it
November.
delayed.
if we would have had it before Christmas if everything was done, and this wouldn't have been an issue. Well, it would have been because people would have been bitching because now they got it at home and they're like, "Oh, here you go. Now
Yeah.
you come out with this."
Yeah.
I think they would have probably given credit
Unfortunately,
or something.
that's
I
the
think they
way
would've had
things
credit,
work.
man.
But
They would
you
have
know,
given that $75 credit.
it's not.
Yeah.
You got to remember that it's a business, right?
No, definitely.
So there's going to be changes. There're going to be things that they're trying to entice other individuals. Like, let's say, for example, Twisted Chris is in the chat here. You probably wouldn't have normally bought Arcade1up, but if they would have told him there's a Pro Series, chances are he would have jumped on that one because he's more of a serious gamer. You know, I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to separate the casuals from the super fans. The super fans are going to be the ones that really going to want this, and then it's got to be a title that resonates with you.
But you actually got what you wanted, man. Like you got what you want. You got the 19-inch.
Everybody asked. They wanted this. They wanted light
you
up.
have everything, and now you got to pay more. And now I don't want nobody bitching about that.
So that's the thing that I really want to say is like, you want all these features prepared to open your wallet. Don't complain about it because at the end of the day, that's what's going to happen. You can either do it the way OTG is going to do it. You could parcel his way around and get what he wants to make it a Pro Series. It may save him a few bucks, but he's going to have to put in the legwork, go to the other people, do it himself and whatnot. Or you can have Arcade1up do it for you. It's going to be a premium price because you're not doing the work, and they got to make a buck too.
And
it's like Mo said in the video, man, about the coin slots actually working. Didn't you say that might be actually working?
I did say that.
And then you said me you got all that up.
No, it works.
You know
No, it legit works.
You got 700.
Player 1 and 2, everything.
Yeah, it works. The coin button, you press the coin button, and it starts coin. Yeah, no, it's legit, man. Legitimate. That's why I said I was like, I was more heated, more hot that I couldn't get the pre-order. Now, what they should do has to give like, hey, you pre-ordered Killer Instinct. We just announced this Pro Series. Would you like to shift your pre-order over to this model instead of having to fight the people? That'd be great. But you know what I mean? Like, I think the only reason, another reason I think people are really tight is that if you read the description for it, it says upgraded lit marquee, upgraded this, upgraded that. So it's like some people feel like, oh well, so then you're giving the good stuff to the Pro line, but you're cheaping out on these accessories for
no one says that when you buy iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro.
Right, exactly.
You know, it is what it is. You pay for what you get. If you buy the base model of a car, you're gonna get the base model stuff. And if you pay for the premium, you're gonna get power windows, power locks, and heated seats.
You see, I think what gets me though is that for the price of like $500 to $600, we're expecting. It's not like we comparing it to the Pro line. We need this and that. Expecting a decent like marquee stuff like that. That
should be true though. You should not have issues with your existing. Now I understand getting better. Like if you get a screen that is more vibrant, you get a screen that's more vibrant. If you get 2 more inches, you get 2 more inches.
Yeah.
If you get more space or taller, yes. But the existing stuff I'm not saying the best buttons. That's okay.
Yeah.
But the marquee, the artwork should be impeccable.
But if you offer all that, then what makes it Pro? Like if they gave everybody the high-end marquee, you know what I'm saying? Or if they gave everybody
I'm not asking for a high-end marquee, but I'm asking for it not to have imperfections.
Yeah, no, I agree with you like that. But you know what I'm saying? And I agree with you. I'm just saying like everything has an entry point. You know what I mean? You need to have things that differentiate from the original model and you know what I'm saying the big model. It's like these cats are sitting here like asking for all these upgrades and Pro Series stuff in the regular cabinets, but these are the same cats that are going to Starbucks, you know what I'm saying, and sitting here getting freaking venti mocha frappuccinos or whatever else. You know what I mean? Like you can't have it like both ways. They have to make money, you know what I'm saying, and they want to offer an experience. If we all sat there and got the cabinet and we all got Suzo hat buttons. And
then why go for pro? Why go for pro, right?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Like what separates the regular from the pro model? You know what I mean? And and it's just one of the things where it's like, just real quick. I remember John D saying, yo, we couldn't get a full size panel into one box and ship it out. You know what I mean? And put out there. But if you looked at the pro series, it's all one thing. There are no added brackets, no split board, whatever. No, it looks like it's one. I thought it was two pieces too.
It's when you look at it, it is two pieces, but they got like, if you look at the front, I mean, that's why they had to keep it the 19 and 20. That's what I'm saying. Like they had to stay with either 19 or 20 because that's their cabinet size. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And they just made the control panel a little bit bigger, so you can actually have some room to play a little bit
and
now. But if you look at it, it's just they just added like a little bit more, kind of like you could say you put some more wood, MDF or whatever they have on there, just outside and a little bit just to hold that control panel. That's what it looks like to me.
Oh, I was talking about the side panels. I was talking about the whole one side.
Oh, the whole thing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about that. That's all.
It is one side
panel. Yeah, that's what I meant.
But I mean, you think? So, I mean, what about like not having all that other stuff? Because I know some people are going to be talking about that, about why do I have to have my stool? Why do I got to have the mat and all that other stuff? Could it be like $800? You know what I mean? Or something like that? Or, you know, $900 without all that stuff?
To be honest with you, it's really the person who said it best is probably Michael B. And it's really to try to give you value for your purchase. If they take those things away, they make dimes, and I mean they make good money on it, but they're putting in that in there probably at not at a loss, but not as the profit that they would sell it separately. So it's just trying to give us value. I think it'd probably be around $850 or $900 if they didn't include it. So you might as well get something for your purchase. And again, it's not for everybody, but to be honest with you, when you get to that kind of price point, you're probably not, nickel and diming yourself. You're buying that. You're like, I'm buying that because I have the funds. Now, right. the peasants like me who's gonna get the legacy cabinets, they're gonna be like, well, you shouldn't have given me that stool. I'd rather not have the stool. Those top tier ones, because now we're gonna have a class system. Let's be honest with you. You're gonna be like, we have the peasants, and then we got the.
You ain't got that pro, man.
I'm sorry.
You ain't got that pro.
I only do pros.
Yeah,
pass me the great poupon. I only do pros. I'm like, oh, my bad.
Oh, you poor soul. You just have the regular $700 Killer Instinct. Oh, you got yours for $529 at Walmart. Huh.
Hey, I feel like the peasant with the $299, no riser. Dude,
you're not the peasant. You're a hobo. I'm the peasant. You're a hobo. You're the right you.
I'm the one that's the Walmart getting the base version with no riser.
He's like, sir,
$299.
He said, sir, this doesn't even come in a box. He's like, that's okay. Just give me the parts.
You don't even have to worry about the lighted marquee either.
No lighted
marquee. You don't have to worry about it fading no more.
That little, yeah. Dude, that's basically what they did. But the thing is, like, it's real confusing from the 5 to like 8. These ones that are jumping, but it's like they did the price on purpose to like get us used to that pro price. But it's like have a more standard, like a $500 to $600 range one, and then your Walmart sell to anybody just walking by, the peasant meat or not peasant hobo meat. $299. Have those Walmart people. Plus, people who are here on YouTube want that mid-level or the highest, and that's it.
No. You know, some cats out there.
But there's other cats too.
But I'm just saying, right? But I'm just saying,
YouTube, anyone that's researching it, like into it, hardcore in the hobby, maybe. I just see that. Yeah, I'm just being stupid about that.
No. I mean, let's keep it buck.
For about $200.
Yeah. So right, like I'm gonna keep it
pro box,
like we can just keep it a buck, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have one, and then CC Jason gonna have one. What's up, everybody? You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I buy what I want.
This thing up, you know what I'm saying? So y'all talking about FOMO and the thing, you know what I'm saying? I buy what I want. And now I gotta figure out more space for this thing to go. You know what I'm saying? But I had to do it. I love CC Jason, man. He's great. You know what I'm saying?
No. Speaking of peasants, and speaking of CT Jason, and speaking of a wannabe NWO, when we haven't separated, they try to make a wolf pack and like, dude, you gotta, front man, tell them what they gotta do real quick.
First of all, you gotta pay your dues. You gotta play some of these Glass Joes, these bottom tier play. Once you get through some of those, come see us because our time is it's valuable. It's valuable. All right. Just want to let you know that. So get in line. Sometimes some people slip through the cracks, like our victim, the latest victim that we're going to be sending condolence cards and flowers to. Make sure everybody. I would really appreciate it if you could start, a GoFundMe or something like that to get some flowers for this guy because Mother Russia, this coming. Matter of fact, you got me. Mother Russia, right?
Oh, that's weird.
Is gonna have to go to a place where it's gonna be like what you want to go the Cold War all over again. It really is. So Mr. CJ, TJ, you know your name. I ain't saying your name. You don't deserve me to say your name. All right. So go somewhere in the corner and stop acting up. With that, let's go back to our regular scheduled program.
Hey, I gotta throw a shout out real quick to the community because I was just playing around. I mentioned Kristen Steps' name, but dude, you know what? She's so badass. Like I have a respect for her that I didn't have before, and she actually came to the channel. I saw your comment, Kristen Steps. I didn't reply to it, but you did say that you have some respect for the NWO now, and you're going for me. Get Zohar. That this is a chance to promote the fight, Zohar. If you guys, this Friday, January 7th is finally coming up. That's where I'm gonna play Zohar finally. Put your quarters on the glass. Check it out. We'll talk about it a little bit, right? But I just want to
we're gonna break into it when we get to the Rev report. My man is he's about. I think he told me he was heating up the plates, and all that, doing a little cleaning. You know what? I'm gonna bring him in for a second just to see if there's if the plates are hot, and I'll throw him back. Let's real quick. Let's see if he's there. Okay. Yeah. See. There's some cleaning going on.
Sorry. How you doing, guys? How you doing? It's been busy.
What up, man?
It's been crazy, man. What up with you?
Man, we're doing good, man. We're just here talking some smack. We had to clean up. There was some hobos.
Why y'all got all these sunglasses, man? I need some sunglasses. Hold on, come on, girl.
I ain't got none.
All right, let's talk.
We was just cleaning out your parking lot. There was some hobos in your parking lot. We had a guy in a Jason mask, another guy playing a guitar. So we figured that we will clean out your parking lot. They were asking for spare change.
Now listen here. I put a lot of work cleaning up the Waffle House to make sure that it's crisp and clean for everybody when OTG takes on Zohar. Okay? That's on this Friday, January 7th, Waffle House Rumble. Now, I'm not going to lie when I tell you, my friend. Sorry. I'm trying to make sure that you feel good because you've been called out by a few people now, my friend. Now, I don't want you to think that these guys are sleepers. For all I know, some of them could very much be some dark horses. They could be coming out and slitting throats, man. You might not even know. So I'd be careful what you wish for, man. The fact that these forces are coming together, like two celestial bodies inevitably colliding together, is fantastic. It's amazing. I don't know what to say, my friend. What do you think? Do you think that you're going to completely wipe out every single person out there in the YouTube space? Is that what you are saying?
You see what
DX combination against Welcome to Die?
So what happens is when you turn on the lights, the roaches will scatter. They will run back in their corners. So you just got to step on the big roach, and all the other suckers will go. That's how we got to do.
You ran into the machoest savage of all in the retro community as well. P-Dub's even committed to taking an ass whooping from somebody. Which one of the Big Blue members are going to be taking it to P-Dubs?
Oh, that's going to be me, bro. So that's just that. Listen, that's just the way the world works. Now, MOAT, you can have yourself some maple syrup, You can have yourself some Canadian bacon.
So you gonna
You can have yourself some.
Internet connection. Okay.
Hey. That's the way it goes sometimes, baby. And on top of that, I'm giving you, because there was a lot of smack talking from this guy. Welcome to sleep, as Bobby Vu said in the chat. I think I need you to handle that. I think I need you to handle that.
Don't we need to ask permission from his handler, Kongs or us first? You know what I'm saying?
The busted 1 2 3 kid.
Yo, listen. He needs to go get my man some oolong tea and whatever else first. You know what I mean? He needs permission to come out and play first. You know what I mean? Then he needs to remember if he's Triple H, if he's Bret Hart, if he's HBK. Like my man, welcome to Die has freaking wrestling Tourette's. He doesn't know what promo he wants to be. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be a wrestler, but he's wearing 2 gauntlets, 2 gloves. He wants the world to know that he spent $200 on them gimmicks.
Now he's disrespecting and he's using my stuff on me. This bro, make up your mind who you want to be, bro. Don't disrespect.
Well, OTG, my friend.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you. You have had some glorious shit talking lessons sent out to the airwaves of YouTube for all of us to consume, my friend. You went all the way down to Sting, the Crow version of Sting. Brought it. Now,
thank you, man.
Now, that was beautiful. You have Zohar in a space where either he is rattled and shaken, or I ask you, do you think he is playing a psychological warfare game with you?
100%. I didn't see it early on, but I think there's some kind of thing that he's doing with my mind. I am not gonna lie. I should have never played him, but I gotta tell you, I figured it out what he's doing. But yes, dude, he has played with my mind this whole time.
Let me ask you, man. Let me ask you, OTG. On Super Turbo, you are confident you will go against him. What will the final score be?
Final score, you know, if you ask Zohar this question, he played me. He was gonna say that I'm gonna win 10-0. He's gonna say that. If we're going first to 10, and if I win, no, I am gonna win. It's gonna be probably like closer than what he thinks. I say 10-7. I think it's gonna be a good match, but for sure your boy's gonna come out on top. I'm gonna take that.
I like it. That's confident but respectful, recognizing the fundamentals that Zohar brings to the game. Now I ask you,
Zohar's really good. His throw game.
I ask you because you have said you will go back to back. I would love to stream back to back, but here is my problem. There are 17 people signed up for the roll tournament. What is going on? Why? It's insane. So I would love to stream both of those ass whoopings that you want to deliver. You can give them a Stinger Splash and a Scorpion Deathlock and make them not only get pinned, but then tap out. Would you be willing to do a compromise of a 1st to 7 in both Super Turbo and Hyper Fighting?
You know, Frontman, you got to answer this one, man.
7 is a lot.
Wait, this is the mind games. Because, all right, I'm going to tell you.
But it's not 5.
See, Rev, I'm gonna tell you this.
Just whip them once and call it.
We do not compromise. We do not give in to the demands of terrorists. It's just if we give in to this man, then we're giving in to everybody else behind him.
Facts.
So we gotta lay down the law. Unfortunately, his ass whooping has to be the 10 games on this. Now, if you want to, do a 5 afterwards, and you do, 10 and 5, I'm down with that. But that 10 ass whooping is gonna happen.
Yeah,
maybe that first 10 will go quickly, and we will have time. Now, with that, as I try to serve waffles to the community as they want, I want to make sure I understand though. What happens in the alternative timeline, one of the 14 million possibilities that Dr. Strange foresaw, where OTG loses to Zohar? What shall be on the line?
That's not even a possibility to be quite
Yeah,
honest.
when we did
gonna happen.
negotiations, Zohar didn't even say anything of that because it's not a possibility.
Right.
Wow.
But in the fortunate event, I did agree that he could have my pristine white PlayStation hat.
That's right. That's what it
Your
was.
hat is still on the line, my friend.
My hat is still on the line. Yo,
Okay, so you are playing for a brother.
It was originally
From
supposed to be
another
MOAT, but
Yeah,
he
it was
called
supposed
me
to be.
out during that match. He goes, "No, you know what? I want Jason first." It was originally supposed to be MOAT.
It was, and he got
Now,
scared.
Mo,
And that's
I
okay.
ask you, do you
What's up?
have any concern or worry at all that your hat is in danger?
Not at all. Not to console fanboy. Yo, not at all. Listen, before I sent my my panel 2 off to die for clean as a mother, you know what I'm saying? Before I sent that panel off, I was watching in the lobbies, and I watched the hell. You know what's crazy about this? I watched Jago beat the hell out of Zohar 19-0 in Super Turbo, and that dude tried everybody. He tried Chun-Li, he tried Blanca. You know what I mean? He even touched E Honda once. He was lost and he had nowhere else to go. And then the next day, man, I just want to play Hyper Fight. That's okay. I'm not worried about my hat. I'm so confident I'll put up 2 hats. That's how confident I am. But see, what people don't know is that we're getting that robe and we're gonna fly that thing and it's gonna be sprayed, you know what I'm saying, on the back of it. And he himself has to do it live and spray that good in WO and send it off. So
That's
I'm
this
okay.
Friday. UAG, I think you set up a humdinger. I don't know. I got to tell you, I think it's going to be a long night because we got a big event following this massive collision. This cornucopia of entertainment on Friday night will be delivered for all to consume. So I hope you enjoy the fruits of your labor, sir. I do appreciate all your coordinating and all the work you do behind the scenes to help this flow easily. Do you think we got something afterwards? What's happening the following week, my friend, when we go into a Champions Edition tournament?
Well, so first of all, I believe everybody on our panel here will be participating in that tournament. But we also, I think it's time to do the double dipper. Let's see if we can get Mr. Maple Syrup to get that thing up the stairs. Make sure he has a connection, right? And we could do a double main event. I know Dubs was down for it. So
I saw Dubs did the work and put his big blue behind him to make sure. So we could double up. It'll be first MOAT, and to be fair, it's gonna be light work. We could do best of 5.
No, so you don't want him to suffer. So wait. So what you're saying is I get to fight it. So what you're saying is I get to fight Estelle. Yo, well then let me give me 30 seconds of the full screen.
Here we go.
That's a big Twinkie.
Yo, y'all hear it right now. The front man gave me the clearance. I don't get P-dubs, but you live in Newfoundland up there in Canada, Michael B. the Game Beauty, a.k.a. Estelle, a.k.a. Canadian Bacon, a.k.a. no syrup for the waffles because y'all soft up there and y'all eat pancakes. Me, your boy Mo, Michael of all trades, a.k.a. the Muscle, a.k.a. the Punisher, a.k.a. the Hustle, a.k.a. bust your ass in a first of 10 in 15 minutes or your next ass whooping is free. Y'all see this promo. Y'all can clip this and send it to him. Bring that ass here, boy.
Okay.
All right, I'm done. That was 30 seconds.
Wow. Powerful. Well, I'll have it ready for you guys. The Waffle House will be cleaned and ready. OTG, I'll make sure that I have plenty of sauce for you to pour out and plenty of doo-doo butter for him to smear on his pancakes for him to eat if you do win, sir. I wish you good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Rev, before you leave, I want you to take your glasses off and give me serious Rev, because we got to talk about this. So you hear about the pro line, right? And you hear about Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah.
First of all, with the pro line, how did you feel about it?
I think there's multiple ways to go about it. I think it's a smart idea from a business model because it provides a higher level premium content for the players. I think it's a smart idea from a business model because it provides a higher level premium content for the players. I think it's a smart idea from a business model because it provides a higher level premium content for the players. I think it's a smart idea from a business model because it provides a higher level premium content for the players. I think it's a smart idea from a business model because it provides a higher level premium content for the players. I think it's a smart idea from a business model because it provides a higher level premium content for the players. I think it's a smart idea from a business model because it provides a higher level premium content for the players. I think it's a smart idea from a business model because it provides a higher level premium content for the players. I think it's a smart idea from a business model because it provides a higher level premium content for the players. I think it's a smart idea from a business model because it provides a higher level premium content for the players. I think it's a smart idea from a business model because it provides a higher level premium content for the people who have the expendable income, I think then they can point to their regular, whatever you want to call them, the cabs with the risers, and say, hey, if you're looking for more of a discounted rate, there's one. It's also small for space, just in case you can't afford these tall ones. And then on top of that, then they have the countercades, and then they have the babycades. So they're spacing their product line out, right? Those IPC codes. I can't think of the letters that I'm supposed to say, but anyways, the idea is the SKUs. Thank you. The SKUs are actually being spread out, which is smart. Now, I don't like the choice of KI being the first one. I think they should have taken the Mortal Kombat opportunity, the 30-year anniversary, and really spun that into the Pro Line cabinet first, knowing that, hey, you guys are every quarter, right? They said they're going to drop another Pro Line cab. Eventually, you'll come back around and KI will be there. I'm looking at it like I'm going to keep my original KI order. I don't think that the money upgrade that they're talking about for the Pro Line is going to be worth it for what I do. Now, for the people who have unlimited expendable income and they want that home arcade, yo, congratulations. I really hope you enjoy that product. To the people who hate on it, I don't know, man. Like, some people like to suck elf dick. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say to them. So it is what it is. But the idea is it's broadening the range for everybody in the market to have an option. And I think that's a good thing. And I think, like, the idea that they're going to keep doing this, they're going to keep doing this, they're going to keep doing this. Well, what iPhone do you have in your pocket? What number?
I got the 12. 13's out now, right?
Like, it's a business, and they're designed to make money. And ideally, if I'm right, if I'm thinking like them, they want to go public. They want to have a good IPO and show revenue being generated quarter over quarter. And if you don't like it, don't buy it. It's that simple. I don't know, man. It's like a novel idea. Like, the best way to say I hate Arcade1up is don't buy it and don't talk about them. Just don't give them any attention. It's amazing how fast they will change behaviors when they're like, they aren't even talking about us.
I mean, but they have to talk about to be relevant. You know, either you got to love them or you got to hate them. There's no in between.
It's I don't know, man. It's been too much bitch ass-itis, I guess. Like, I mean, really, like I said, I'm not trying, like, for me, I try to stay positive on content, right? Like, that's my whole purpose. And so I don't know, hypocrisy is weird to watch. So I think it'll be fun. I'm not going to let other people influence how I buy. I'm not going to buy the Pac-Man. I'm not going to buy what was that other stupid thing?
The Centipede.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. And then they put out a golf game.
Hasn't really been announced. Just
wait. Hold on, Rev. I get my aromatherapy on, and I distress playing Golden Teeth. Legit.
Listen, for you, more power to you. For me, not for me.
No, I think that.
But that's the key to it, where you have the same product under different SKUs, because there's going to be those people that don't want to spend a G. Right. Here you go. Here's the legacy. Or you want to play with the big boys. It's really up to you.
Dude who has a limited edition full-size X-Men pinball in his room.
Yep.
Like, you want to talk about like where I spend my money and how I focus my efforts. How many Arcade1up machines can I get for that? I could fill out the whole basement and have a killer arcade. It's just not what I'm into. Like, I don't have people over. So it's just a different vibe, man. Like, to each their own, and I support whatever people's decisions are. For people who want to get that Pro Line, dude, I want to see a video. Let me see it. Looks cool, but I ain't gonna spend the money for that. I just don't know, man. I go for quality. I look for, and people are gonna be like, you buy Arcade1up and you said you look for quality. Yeah, the engaging background and lobby system and online gameplay is amazing. And dude, I'm looking at them right now. The lobbies are full. Like, come on now. How are you going to tell me that it's not a good system to buy? There are people from the time work gets out until, I don't even know because I go to bed, until whenever. Both game sets are full of people playing now. So I remember listening to all the people saying there's not going to be people in the lobbies. It's going to be a dead game. It's going to be a waste of
What-
time. And like,
Rev,
it's sad.
let me interject, because one of the cool things that Arcade1up is doing, for example, this community, is bringing the online experience to their entry level full size cabinets, the legacy line.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's just going to reinforce the user base, because if you're a intelligent person, you're going to see they're going to do a pro line and then a legacy or a cheaper version of it.
Correct.
So
Correct.
if we see Mortal Kombat on a legacy, you could see a pro line, and that's just going to bring it up. You saw that they brought out all the legacy cabinets except for Capcom. So you believe that there's going to be a Capcom later down the line that's going to have Wi-Fi, that's just going to bring more people to the big blue lobbies.
Yo, I would like to quote an American philosopher. Many of you know him as Inspector Deck, when he said, "You got to diversify your bonds." Okay, that's all they're doing.
Would you say, Rev? Say that again.
You're gonna clip it. You got to diversify your bonds. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to add a bleep to it.
I want a little tiny bit of all those nickels that are made on Twitter and Twitch and all that stuff. Yo, like I think they're being smart by doing what they're doing, and I think iiRcade is doing the same thing, and they're smart for doing it. They're diversifying their product line. You know, like Arcade1up is focused on the games that they produce, and each game being now a multicade. Let me say, I cannot wait until MOAT and I get online and play Rampage together. What, son? Or Gauntlet?
Interrupt right here.
That's gonna be dumb. That's gonna be dumb.
We don't know if it's like the Big Blue. You probably only play 2 players. One up, if you're listening, do us a favor. These are 3-player games or 4-player games. Allow like a lobby system where we can, play more than just the 2 players, and it would be really cool.
It would. But I got to tell you, you do understand. Like right now, the audience for online gameplay is looking at this option for Mortal Kombat with all these different games. Like an Ethiopian is looking at it like a Twinkie. Like, wait a minute. You are telling me that when you finish eating that Twinkie, you go home to a place, you take a poo-poo, you hit a button, and the poo-poo goes out of your hole? That blows my mind. People want to get that extra shit. I'm happy with the shit that I just got.
Oh, like, I agree.
It's going to be awesome. Okay.
But I'm a greedy American. I want everything. So that's my fault. But with I think this is the highlight of the whole thing was the Mortal Kombat Online. What is that going to do for the Waffle House?
Why you got me standing up here? I was going to do a 10-minute little gimmick and be just sitting down. Now I'm standing at the Waffle House.
Because this is important for you. This is important for you.
Fatigue mat.
Bruh.
Okay.
This is important. How big is Mortal Kombat for the Waffle House?
Oh, dude, like, I don't know, man, honestly. So here's what I'm concerned about. I'll be real with you. I'm going to be an early adopter, and that's my choice. Again, the people are going to call me stupid for buying it. Okay, I got it. I'm stupid. That's fine. But I got to see if it can be used for content. And then from there, I called it with Big Blue, my man. You saw it, and the people who've been watching me a long time saw when I said it's going to take until after Christmas when you see the lobbies on Big Blue really start to fill up. Now, I didn't have a crystal ball. I just look at it as a market trend. When I see what's happening with KI and with Mortal Kombat, now let's be real. Let's talk KI first. KI is expected to come out later this month. That's dangerous because I wonder how many people are able to cancel their pre-order and how many did, which could make it even longer to delay those lobbies from being full. So with that being said, let's assume, again, I want to stay on the positive side of this. Let's say that the people are like, you know what, I'll keep my order and I'll upgrade and I'll be fine with that, whatever. So if 30% fall off, okay, got it. So the rest of the people who come in with their cabs, we're still looking at, I would say, until after July 4th, before we start to see Killer Instinct be a bubble of a community that we can start to look at. Now, arguably, Killer Instinct drops, or I'm not Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat drops the beginning of Q2, right? Let's say it drops Q2 2022. How many people are going to run out and buy that cabinet knowing that there's a Pro line eventually going to come out with no announcements? Now, I'm, again, going to be an early adopter to the Mortal Kombat because that's a game that I enjoy. The list of games on there is actually pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Some of those hit some nostalgia spots for me. But even more so, the content option and watching Zohar and P-Dubs collide will be epic, right? But the idea is, for those people who are saying, I'm on the fence, if I'm going to spend that $700 for that, one cab, I'm going to spend the extra $300 and just get the Pro Mortal Kombat. And that's going to slow the growth of that community as well, which is just the realistic reality of it, right? I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to be pragmatic about it.
Rev, I'm going to play devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
There's people that are very impatient, right?
Yeah.
If they don't know, and we already know from the grapevine that this is going to be a limited edition stuff. So not everybody who wants one will get one, or they probably won't even sell out. There's a lot of people that are going to be like, I like my cabinets the way they look and keep it. So I don't think that there's going to be a huge drop off of who's going to buy it and who's not.
The Pro line? We're talking the Pro line or Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, Pro line.
I'll be surprised if they sell 10,000 units.
That's a big pill to swallow. So I think that
really,
in terms of Mortal,
it's all about the expectation and the work that they put in up front.
Yeah.
Right. So if their expectation is to sell 8,000 units, and they sell 10,000, that's a success in itself.
Oh yes. Yes.
So it matters on how much juice they're going to get out of a squeeze, and we don't know how much of a squeeze they're actually putting into this. So I would argue that a lot of this is probably going to be added costs passed on to the consumer with the market rate, whatever their marginal rate markup is, added to each of these services. So they want Hap Sanwa buttons or Hap Sazu, whatever. Hap.
Put your money where your mouth is.
There it is, guys. And here's the part that people don't understand. So those parts are then American made, or no, are they Korean made or whatever? They're shipped into China to then be assembled. So there's tariffs added onto all these shipping costs of all these parts for the global economy. And so you think it's like, why is it so expensive? It's right there. Because they got to ship this shit to China, and then they put it on a boat and ship it to us. So I don't know if anybody's out there, but it's kind of expensive in the world. Like Kazakhstan literally had their prices doubled overnight, and they have riots going on in their major streets. Like, I'm not trying to be negative, but I'm just calling out facts. Like, costs to do business are insanely high right now. And if you think Arcade1up is just going to take it on the chin and eat them all, I don't know what world you grew up in. Like, no business in the last 110 years has done that. I mean, charities, I guess. You could argue charities.
Even non-profits make profit.
I mean, you got to keep the lights on. And so to that point, and that's why the people who are hating on iArcade, I actually like what they're doing, right? Like, I like the new design. I like the artwork
that's
options.
The biggest thing, Rev. I think the theme for today is that these individuals complain about the improvements. They wanted these improvements, and now they got it, and they still complain.
Bro, I could give them, let's be real, the individuals who are never satisfied. I first ask, how many of them own Arcade1up products? That's my first question. Like, legitimately, if you are not a customer of them and you are just a hater, that is literally the definition of a troll. And like, okay, if that's your gig, right? Like, okay, we all, pay your taxes. That's how you want to live your life. It's just not for me. But I will say, for those who maybe own Arcade1up and then they don't like it, that's an addiction, my friend, and y'all need help. Like, put your money into Pokemon cards right now or something, because, like, these things are supposed to be games that are banged on and broken. Ask Morphus 56K. He has smashed. Hulk smashed 2 MVC2 cabs or 2 MVC cabs. because that's how much we play, right? Like that's what matters. You should be playing with your toys. You should be enjoying this, guys. And if these toys are just meant to drive vitriol or negative vibes, it's just disappointing. And that's why I love you guys, right? Because all the trash talk, all the negative, like, oh, I'm gonna whoop their ass, right? But we all know it's wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We all know it's kayfabe. And like the idea is there's nothing better. There is nothing better than watching the hero's journey. So Zohar wins or loses, but he fights back. And on that fight back, he gains followers, he gains supporters, and he whoops someone else's ass. I think that's what's important. And I think that's where, for me, bro, that's just been my North Star where I want to keep at. Sorry, I got on a soapbox.
No, that was good, man.
I was with you until you started putting over Zohar.
Yo, listen.
No, I'm just kidding.
Zohar is, let's be real. Zohar is living the life of Bruce Wayne from the Dark Knight trilogy right now. He came in, subscribe, baby. Everybody wanted to fuck him. He was fucking all the little ballerinas, and he walked into places like, yeah, I just bought the place. That's mine. No. Yeah, I'm Zohar. Everybody loved him. Then he lived long enough to be the villain. And he had to find the Joker.
Did you just call my man Harvey Dent? Wait a minute. Hold on.
I'm just saying, he's got to find that Joker. And my man OTG just may have given him that focal point for him to have that comeback to make that Dark Knight rise. That was all off the cuff.
Dude,
Yeah.
Super chat.
That was really good, though.
What?
Yeah. Super chat
I'm
your
gonna go
boys.
enjoy the show, man, because I just want to chill and enjoy the show.
We appreciate you, man.
Tune in soon, guys. I don't know, man. I already said my own beef, and it caused a bunch of butt hurtness. I'm not trying to cause butt hurtness. I'm trying to bring people together because, like I was saying, when you get your ass kicked and teabagged, it doesn't matter all the shit talk. You came back because you can do it again. It's all for fun, guys. Love you. Guys. Great show.
Amen. We'll see you Friday at 10.
Hold on.
All I want to do, man, is tell everybody.
Did Rev just say he was dropping a 5 spot in each of our channels? Is that what I heard? We getting Waffle House tips tonight?
You might get some money, bitch. You might.
People want their orders, bro. You gotta hurry up.
All right, brother. You be good, man.
But you can't be mad, man.
Literally.
I'm just saying.
Right.
I just want to let everybody know, man. You can't be mad at all the people, man. Like even you can't be mad at iiRcade. You can't be mad at Arcade1up because the reason why is, man. Like, hold on.
Let's get. I want
I'm
you
about to say something.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying because if you look, we're the ones doing it, man. We're the ones that we did the Kickstarters. We bought the cabinets. You see what I'm saying? And then we asked for these improvements. They come out with these improvements. And then, like you said, we kind of bitch about them. You can't do that, man, because they're making improvements to all the stuff. You know what I mean? That's what we're supposed to be doing. Like, we're the ones saying, you need to make improvements. You need to make improvements. And then when they do make the improvements, then we
screwing me. You're screwing me. You're screwing me,
man. We're the ones that buy and help them actually improve the product. It's because we're buying the cabinet so they have the money to go ahead and do what they're doing and coming out with all this new stuff. So that's just how I feel about it. Like I buy it because I want to buy it, but I'm saying we helping them out. That's what I'm saying. We help everybody out. Everybody helps everybody out. Like, just like I was saying about the marquees and stuff like that. They actually put other people in business, man. You know what I mean? But the marquees and stuff, it's not that, everybody else, those side hustles or whatever you want to call them. They get, all that stuff with the buttons and, everybody's making money on this stuff. Everybody's making money, not just Arcade1up. Everybody else is making money too. Back. So I'm just saying, if they did all that stuff, then none of these people like Angel, you know what I'm saying? None of these people would just exist and you wouldn't even know.
Angel, Encore,
everybody, man.
Arcade Graphics, all these companies are and they still be in existence, even with the Pro line, because there's going to be people that don't want to do it. I mean, that want to do it themselves and save a couple of bucks. So, but real quick, since we got into the top of the Pro line, there's another Pro line coming out, and that's the Pro line for the iiRcade. It's not a 2.0; it's more of a 1.5. And because seriously, I spoke to their marketing. They wanted me to be clear on that because they don't want people to feel like they're left behind. Yeah. Technically, it's the same technology, right? All you're getting is the improvements that we asked for, which is a lit marquee. We're gonna get that now. I want to be clear because a lot of people might have been misinformed and said things that wasn't clear. You're not getting JBL speakers. It's the same speakers that we currently have. However, there's going to be software that you could fine tune that. So I know there's some individuals that said that there were some muffled sound when you put it at a certain volume. So hopefully that will resolve it. So these are improvements upon existing hardware. So what I think is going to happen is there's going to be a lot of people that were on the fence, like Al. Al was on the fence, like it doesn't look like a traditional, arcade. Now that they have that marquee, that makes a big difference. So, boom. Now,
you know what's so funny, dude? That I wanted that when the iRcade, I saw it was ugly, right? I got it. I like it. Dude, there's nothing wrong with it. I actually got used to that look. And this new look, I just really didn't like it. I like my little ugly iRcade with the cheap games that nobody wants in the corner. That's my cabinet. But this new design, dude, they didn't even release any new games, which kind of pissed me off. It's not. Is there one more day? I don't know if it's over. Whatever.
I think it ends Friday.
But that skin, it was so tight looking, though. I will admit that, dude. The Dead Cells, but dude, it's a game that we already had for like how long? I mean, but that's why if they would have had a new game with the new skin, I bet you a hype game that would have been cool. But to me, it just like was. But dude, I do like the look of the art, dude. I thought that art was pretty sick, man. So I think it's a good cabinet for someone that wants it, but. They danced around that one question that we want answered, right?
That's the one thing that I will say this. I think the win for them is that they gave the existing customer base and new customers a reason to get it, because they said, look, it doesn't look like a traditional arcade. We want a light marquee, lit up marquee. We want this, and they got it. What else? Some people might say it's lackluster. I think it was a good thing. I would have liked them to announce a new game or two.
Yes.
Or peripherals, something a little bit more than just that. But I will say that it looks sharp. It looks good. Not enough for me to do an upgrade. Yeah. Unless you give me something else. Before I get your opinions here, let me just get Rev gave us a super chat, a big one. So thank you so much, Rev. $20.
Yeah, appreciate you, Rev.
Yo, shout out to everyone in the community. I am looking forward to iArcade Online battles in 2022. I can't wait for MK Waffle House Rumbles, and I got some huge announcements coming in the next 2 weeks that will be fire for all. Okay. That's exciting times, bro. Okay. Good, so let's get Maddads. What do you think about this new iteration of the iArcade?
I think it's good, man, because like you said, nobody, if you can think about it, nobody has really listened to the people, the community, as much as you could say the iArcade community has. If you think in John and them, he's always wanting to be like, go ahead and people talking about marquee. How he says always, to be announced or whatever. Anything is possible later or whatever it is. But he says that, and like I said, we've been wanting to do that. People have been wanting the marquee. I'm just saying, and like he said, this is what people have been wanting, and that's where they came up with this thing. And now you got people tripping. I just don't understand it, man. I just don't understand when people say that stuff. Maybe you make your own stuff, or if you just keep what you got and just go from there, because. It's just
you know what I think.
I think they got rid of that 250 though. They got rid of all the arcade stuff because they got rid of that because they already knew they had this line coming out. So they got rid of the 250. They got rid of all those, dropped them down so they can get.
So we were all right. We were all right that was the case.
Yeah,
they didn't want to let us know that, but I mean the writing was on the wall.
It was. Yeah, it was.
Mo, let's hear your because you sound like you look like you have something to say.
No, I'm just still confused. I'm waiting for someone from iArcade to tell me why this really was needed to be released. Honestly, for a little marquee and speaker software, that could have been something that was dropped in a new update, and the marquee could have been something that was offered, somebody else, like the tape T molding and like all that stuff. Like it doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, and then the whole speculation of this, it's not new hardware. You know what I mean? Like, you're not upgrading things. So then how can you not know if like all the games that are going to play on iArcade season 2 or whatever, you know what I'm saying, are going to play on the original, you know? And then and my thing is, and nobody wants to hold it or own it or whatever, but it's like, yo, you cats pretty much lied. And we're like, yo, we're not coming out with a new platform. You guys aren't going to get these things, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to be replaced, et cetera, et cetera. And then boom, you show up yesterday with my man with the mask on, sweating and sneezing and coughing all over the place, talking about some, you know what I'm saying? Talking about some other truck in. Yo, here it is. You know what I'm saying? It's really no different, but hey, lit marquees, and then you're not selling marquees to your 1.0. People like it's scummy, dude. That's just the way I look at it. You know what I mean?
It has to have more power coming in it though. You know, so you already know.
No, they said it's. They said
no,
it's
I'm saying
not.
it's.
They said the same. It should
say that because of
the
marquee
you know what I think it is
coming out of it. So I mean, I'm just saying.
I will say this. I think it's the same exact motherboard. I think everything is the same because it's untapped potential. There's no need for it to upgrade. Now, what I do think is it's going on, and I think they you know, I don't know how transparent they can be. I think they really did do this for one thing and one thing only.
Oh yeah,
to move that the PCB board.
That's the main reason.
Outside of the deck, because if you want to do these upgrade decks, swappable decks, you have to move it. Right. So I think that's ultimately what they did, and for you not to acknowledge that, to you know, the people who are asking that question, that's where I everything else I think is above water except for that. I think you should say, look, yes, we had to move it because for growth potential, if anything.
Yo, it's just crazy. A lot of normal questions got Ninja Dodge last night.
Yeah,
big time. Yeah, saying like a lot of stuff with Ninja Dodge. I can understand not answering questions about like software or games coming out. I get all that, but to not be like, hey, for the 1.0 owners that helped you get started, can they get swappable decks? Hey, is there a kit that they can get to upgrade it so that they can move the PCB into the other thing and then get another deck? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of stuff that's kind of like leaving people blowing in the wind, and it's just kind of, well, if you don't get a new one, you might miss out on some of the perks or bonuses. You know what I mean? It's FOMO. You know what I mean? Like, for that's FOMO. Like, let's be real about that. Mm-hmm. I mean, but it does look good. Dead Cells look really good. The new Rising Hell.
For some reason, it gave me a vibe of Spider-Man. It gave me Miles Morales when I saw it. I'm being honest. I was like, yo, why does that look like that? I don't know if it was the angle or whatnot, but I will say no one can say that their artwork is top tier.
Oh no,
you didn't like the design though?
No, like it looks good, but it's like, dude, you didn't even change the monitor, bro. Like,
oh, that looked. You mean the design of the unit, not the artwork? Yeah. Oh, the design artwork is awesome. Like curve remind me of the first generation Arcade1up's, man. The shark fins, like, had a weird angle to it, just like, I don't know, but it is is that similar to the design that somebody made? Some guy that was on somebody's stream had made that, and then all of a sudden, like, I think P-Dubs, like, I think that was his, like, you know, I guess prediction that they were gonna come out with something like that. Like, it's that same design, tilt the speakers and then just come over. It didn't look natural.
Yeah, it's a weird situation, but
it's a cookie cutter one. Like, I don't know. I think the design's ugly, dude. 2.0.
One thing that I would say is that had something for the iArcade was a uniqueness. Like, you could tell that was an iArcade. Now it looks almost like something that Arcade1up came out with. So I mean, there's pros and cons. Like, there's, you know, it's gonna look good in your arcade if you have a bunch of 1-ups, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna go in line with it, but I think it loses a little bit of its uniqueness, even though the artwork is still gonna be superior than anybody else's, because it just feels like they put like what kind of like almost like a clear coat on it. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, dude, it's like they top it with that stuff that Logan Paul did the Game Boys or something.
Yes,
like
the thin layer. I figured, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Like a thin layer that, like, it's. Dude, somebody actually said when
like resin and stuff.
Yeah,
Yes.
somebody actually said on a live stream if they could order a deck protector. I'm like, dude, you're not. They even said
You
you're
don't
not
need
gonna
it.
need one.
Let me read
they even
Retro
got the
Ralph's
hourglass,
super chat real quick. $10 from Retro Ralph. Thank you, sir. Is a swappable deck not speculation though? Did someone confirm that? If not, I get them being quiet about it. Maybe they'll still evaluating if it's even possible for them. Retro Ralph, I would agree to that, but so the thing is, if you're running a business, right, and you're making these decisions, you already have to be 10 steps ahead, right? They already have to already know what their plan is.
Yeah,
You're not gonna make a new cabinet and the design and everything and not already think what's gonna happen. I think, to be honest with you, they probably don't want to hear the backlash. And yes, there's gonna be backlash, but you got to rip that Band-Aid off, because look at 1UP with the Pro line. They know there were going to be backlash on that, but they said, listen, we just going to have to, bite the bullet on this. And I think they're going to have to bite the bullet on that as well, because I think if you're reasonable, you have to understand that there's going to be technology changes. There's going to be design changes to move forward. And if they want to move forward with giving us like a steering wheel to give us track balls or whatever have you, they're going to have to move that PCB board. It's just the way it's going to have to be.
Yeah, the PC board.
And I think there's going to be a little bit of a community that's just going to be upset, but there's going to be some people that be like, they love the company so much, they're like, hey, I understand. I'll buy a new one if I want those things.
Dude, and this is one thing I didn't like that they did, because the Rexer show went there live today, and he was there with Michael B, like showing it. I hate, and this is just my personal thing, I hate that they went with the octagonal gates, man. I'm so used to square, like that's all I play, and I know a lot of people like to change them out, but they're like more like a style overseas, like their cabinet design, right? Like, but they're trying to go American with this one, and then went with American style sticks. It's just like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what they're doing. They're confusing me, because that design doesn't look American. It looks, is it me? Does it just look weird, dude? It's just I don't know. Sorry, guy. I think
we got them ready, man, for it. That's why they went. I think that's why they went early, even though they wanted to show us something. We got them ready for it, answer all those questions that they're going to probably be getting from CES, man. Like just straight up when they come over to them, they're going to be like, "Hey, what's this? What's this?" And they're going to be ready for that, because we kind of turn them up.
But CES is right now. CES is right now. So if they can't answer those questions to us, they're going to answer it to them.
Well, I would love to. They ain't gonna ask. Well, some people will, but not all.
I would love to. This is how they answer every question there. That's hard. Anything is possible. I'm telling you.
Like literally, it was almost like watching freaking Lego movie. Everything is awesome. Anything is possible.
Oh, anything. That's what it is.
Right. So I would love to be a fly on the wall in one of these meetings that they're having with different vendors and potential people who are going to like carry the product in stock. You know what I mean? Who would even think about it? Like, even when they're sitting there telling us, "Oh, well, this isn't finalized and that's not finalized." Bro, like, that's not what you go to CES for. You go in there with something in mind to be like, and even if it's behind closed doors, you know what I mean? And be like, yo, here, this is what we like to present, and we're gonna sell it at X price, and we plan to move X amount of units. That's kind of why I asked. I'm like, dude, are you guys sticking with the online marketplace for different places like Walmart and Best Buy and their own website, or are you trying to get retail space? You know what I mean? Like, that kind of stuff's important. It's just like UAG and I said when we talked about Arcade last year. It's more, if people can't get their hands on it, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? And even the people that Rex are like, ran into one, they were doing everything today. They were like, yo, we've never played it before. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. And so, you know what I'm saying? But you put the best games on display because the doo-doo butter, you know what I'm saying, is hitting in the menus. Like that's just real talk.
I'm telling you, man.
I don't know.
The main question was asked was, is it going to be able to play the games that the 2.0 is? The 1.0 is. That was the main one right there. That was like,
I mean, technically it can.
Yeah.
Is if we can move it,
Right.
So
but he couldn't like freaking answer the question fully. He's like, well, we would like to. You know what I mean? That was the thing yesterday. It's either anything is possible or we would like to. You know what I mean? And that's kind of sketchy.
And to be, I just want, before I'm crucified by the community, I'm just playing devil's advocate. Like, if you had to think about it, what would be the real main purpose other than, I mean, you just did this one change just to give us a lit up marquee,
right?
I mean, I don't see that. Doesn't sound like that's enough of a change.
Yeah, and see, Marvel's absolutely right, and that's literally what I was saying, dude. They're too small not to come out like guns blazing, like here's this, and this. When you're shutting out your own community, even if you don't want to talk about games, when you're shutting out your community about like what your focus is going towards the new product, and you don't have an answer, that's not a good look, man. It looks really bad. Like honestly,
they'll come out with something, man. We'll see.
So during the stream that a lot of us was watching, they said that this was it, but Colin said there's going to be stuff on Friday. So I'm hoping that there's going to be some games that's going to be announced, whether they're big or small. Maybe that's why John didn't, get so excited about it, because he doesn't want to pull the hype train on us again. So something is coming Friday. What is it? Who knows?
X2.
I hope not. I hope it's what I was told was coming out. Because if what I told was coming out, I think you guys would be excited. So let's hope that that's what it is, and everybody gets a little bit of happiness, right?
Oh, I'm Gucci. It's just I feel bad for like the community that's backing them not getting transparent answers. You know what I mean? Not saying we're all stockholders, but in the way everyone who kind of owns the product from a small startup company is kind of invested in it, especially Kickstarter owners. You know what I mean? Like even if you didn't offer it to people like me who got it for $2.99, people who got it on Kickstarter and that are registered with an email, they should get some kind of perk. But like, I'm not saying they're GameStop, because I saw Endless literally ask yesterday, "Hey, can I trade this in for a 2.0?" Bro, they're not GameStop. They're not taking your old stuff back. You know what I mean? But like, at least offer a discount. Trade it on
Facebook Marketplace and
right. At least offer a discount. Like, hey, well, we want to let you in on the floor level. You know what I mean? And it's funny because I didn't look at their press release until after I got the email right when we were starting up last night. I was just like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
So I think enough with iArcade, and I hope everybody who gets it is happy or whatnot. But I want to transition back to Arcade1up, and I want to talk about the legacy line, because we talked about the Pro. I want to talk about the 3 legacy lines, focusing on Mortal Kombat, because I think that's the winner. But to be honest with you, what really is happening, if you really, look at, the forest and not just the trees, you would see that what they're doing is overlapping their lobby systems. So you come out with another version of the Pac-Man, you come out with another version of the Atari, come out with another version of Midway. Now it's so they can build upon the lobby systems that they have, so they'll get more people involved with this entry-level stuff. Come on, this was supposed to be a line that's supposed to be affordable. Now you have lobby systems for all of them. So I think it's pretty cool. 14 games. They're all online, whether they're leaderboards or online play. I'm excited. I think the win for Arcade1up was the Mortal Kombat. Talk to me, guys. Tell me what do you think about that, and tell me what you think about the Mortal Kombat. I'll start with OTG, because you're too quiet, bro.
All right, yeah. The Mortal Kombat, man. Dude, I love everything about it, because dude, they kept the original artwork. It looks fucking great. The shape, the way that, dude, I never knew that dragon looked that good. Now, do I wish it had Daniel Piscina? 1000%, but it looks great without it. I hope these small companies make some extra money by making the, someone's coming out with a decal.
I
just know it's kind of weird because it has to go like between the dragons, like horns, like his leg. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but I know they'll figure out a way. And it's just the control panel, the shape of it, the fact they went with the midway shape with those sides like that, it comes out a little bit. Oh, it confuses people for a Pro Series because how good that looks. All the legacy games plus Clax. Shout out to Clax. No, but really that extra Mortal Kombat 3 was a big deal. And dude, and when I knew it was good, like it had the coin door, everything. What I knew is when it was Zohar approved. Like that, dude, everyone's like all excited for him. Like he approved it, but dude, honestly, I fell in love with it. I have to have it. In fact, that's one of the main reasons I'm gonna stick with this Killer Instinct, because I want to be able to tell myself, hey, the Killer Instinct, I really got it for $625 because I took that $75 off with that coupon. Arcade1up, thank you. And then like buying the legacy, who knows how much it's gonna be, but it's like, dude, that's like probably like the Pro line just a little bit less, maybe. I mean, the Pro line is probably a little bit more. Oh, who knows? But you know what I mean? I love it, dude. And it's a for sure buy day one, 100%. I need that. And online, oh shit. Online, dude. Mortal Kombat Online, I haven't played that. I know people are gonna stop all over me, but us as a community to play with people, to talk smack on Mortal Kombat.
It's going to be the ultimate disrespectful game, though. I'll tell you that, because if someone pulls out a babality or a mercy on me, or some friendship, we're going to have a real fight outside. I'm going to tell you that right now. Do one of those three to me, and I will find where you at.
Yeah, he got mad.
That's it.
Yeah, friendship on you. Remember that?
Don't do no friendship on me. Don't do no mercy. Don't do none of those three on me, because we gonna have some choice words.
It is a most disrespectful game. So, dude, yeah, I'm just too excited for that. I'm trying not to think about it. Killer Instinct first, and those are my main cabinets I want for this year.
Since Maddads is such a Mortal Kombat fan, we're gonna let him have the last word on this. MOAT, talk to us. What did you feel about this?
MK Legacy Cab is freaking great. You know, it's funny. I was gonna go get the other gimmick, and then they announced that. You know, like, see what people aren't remembering, and I'll agree with you, Forrest, for the trees thing. John D said Legacy Cabs will be something that'll always be in stock and available to the public. So now you're getting Mortal Kombat Online and a Legacy. I like the fact that they're going with 14 Legacy games in each Legacy cabinet that are available, except for the Golden Tee thing, and I think that's like 9 or something like that. You know what I mean? But online included, you know what I mean? And the cabinet looks good. Listen, everybody tripping about Danny Proceed and whatever, dude. I get it. I grew up in the 90s, dude. I remember the artwork. But I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell everybody else. Yo, when I'm pushing the buttons, I'm not looking at the side of my cabinet. I'm looking at what's in front of me. You know what I mean? I'm trashing Mortal Kombat, so I'm probably free for right now. Give me 4 months. But, you know what I'm saying? But I'm happy because, like, if they're using the same infrastructure and the same system and everything else, yo, Mortal Kombat is going to be legit. It's going to be a great game for people to go ahead and play. And then after that, I don't have to hear about people complain about, oh, there's so much Street Fighter and Big Blue Online, and now we don't have nothing. Yeah, now you do. And you got Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, and Ultimate. So then you have no excuse to not get one, especially at the Legacy price. That means if you go into Walmart and they stock it there, you can get it with no riser. You know what I mean?
But
and get that.
I want to preface this by and just give a little warning. We're getting more value. We're getting 2 more games. We're getting Wi-Fi.
Right.
You have to expect the price to reflect that as well.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that. I'm hoping that it's around $550, but to be honest with you, it could get up to $600. It could be $599 because look at Pac-Man, class of 81. That's basically similar. The same amount of games, online gameplay. I think that's where we have to think of. It's going to probably be around that price point.
I think the Walmart version without the riser will be $399. And I think with the riser and the lip marquee, whatever, I think it will be $499. Lewis Chambers has a great freaking thing that I retweeted on Twitter about a price breakdown. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the way that they should go about it. You know what I mean? $399 is not bad for 14 games, the artwork, and online for $399. I think that's what I was great. Thinking. I mean, like, that's great. Get in the door, legit. And then throw the thing on top of a mini fridge or something. Or you don't need a riser. Pac-Man doesn't have a riser, do you, Pac-Man? No,
hey, dude, Rev doesn't put them on risers, dude. So he rolls around and fine, dude. Like
that's because the man is crazy. The man is crazy. If you play him, it's like him and
Rev sits down and plays dude, though.
No,
but when I lose, I'm standing up. Like UAG taught me to put that refrigerator. I mean, so the mini fridge thing. So I'm up there and I'm over here cussing and all this, and I'm standing up. I'm walking back and forth and doing all this. Dude, when I play, I get into it and I get mad. And UAG too, I hear him cussing, dude. You know, it's just I can't be rolling around, man. So I need it big, but it's just so funny. I like to make fun of people who do that, but if you have
the fridge riser and you're hot and you get all steamy, whatever, you can just open up the bottom of your riser, pull out a nice tasty beverage, you know what I mean, and keep it moving and cool down.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
So Maddads, since you are our aficionado MK lover and KI lover.
Correct.
I want to know what you thought about this, and did you actually masturbate when it was announced?
No comment, but yeah, I didn't do that. But still, man, I'm telling y'all, like this cabinet, man. I mean, you know how I always did. I even did my own little Mortal Kombat with the sides of Midway and all that stuff. And just to come out, just to have one to play with the community, because that's all. I mean, you always want to play online. Yeah, playing the computer, yes, you can play it, and you know it's okay. But
especially when you get to the
else,
second one
into it, man. Like I'm telling you, man. You know, you get into it, and you're going back and forth. But one thing I wanted to know, and I didn't know if you knew this, but you know how we always kept talking about the mic thing. Like, is that gonna be? They haven't said nothing about that. That's one thing I wanted to come at you all about.
Yeah. So this is the issue. They have it on NBA Jam, and that's because Code Mystics worked it. However, they're trying to get that to be streamlined on all of them, but it's different. The way they did it is different because they're not using the same software. So they're trying to get it to work, but it's still a issue. So eventually they will. Now, I believe Mortal Kombat will be done by Code Mystics because they've done the work already on
that's what I was saying.
The systems like Xbox. So I believe that's going to be working from the get-go. Hopefully it is, because I want to be like, do not pull that freaking friendship on me, bro. Don't do it to yourself. You better finish me off with, give me a fatality or hit me in the head and let me fall out. Don't do that friendship.
Yeah, but that's why I wanted to talk about the mic. And then, I mean, cabinet design, everything. I actually like it. I can't wait to get it. I'm telling you, this thing gonna sell out. You already know it's gonna sell out in a minute. So if you ain't up on that, if you haven't put your email up in there already, it's just what I'm saying. Now, if they push it out to other people, maybe pre-order, whatever it is, but you know that's gonna be gone. Like I'm telling you, even if it's $500-$600, I'm saying it's gonna be
when they do a limited run, it's usually about $3,000. So they said it's gonna be a limited run. So if we're looking at $3,000, dude, MK may be the pro line that sells out, super fast. That and Street Fighter, because they're going to do a Street Fighter Pro. So those two are going to be. Whoo.
Hey, can you pull up a picture of the Mortal Kombat? Because I know not probably is anyone that comes into the stream that hasn't seen it yet, which all of us mostly have. To show them how sexy that thing looks. I can't stop thinking about it, man.
Of course.
Dude, the way that dragon looks. Control pad,
fantastic.
And while you do that, I like to address the propaganda that's going on in the chat right now. Yo, we read chats. I'm saying not all chat messages get highlighted, but we read chat. Like, come on. Also, we don't care if the Wolfpack's in the house. We don't.
The wolf who?
I'm just letting y'all know right now.
Wolf who?
I'm whooping everybody in Mortal Kombat. That's all I can say. I don't care if Zohar as well. That's all I'm saying. I'm whooping. Y'all hear it right here on this stream. I'm whooping everybody.
Everyone
was either Sub-Zero. It's gonna be Liu Kang with the double kick. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all don't know about them skills. Okay.
All right. How about with Ultra? Are you getting Ultra?
Ultra on what? They know Ultra on Mortal
Ultra
Kombat?
3. Mortal Kombat.
Ultra. Oh, you talking about
Ultimate. Sorry.
Yeah, and every single one. That's all I said.
Dude, you can play Ultimate. Oh, you can play Mortal Kombat 3.
I play everything.
Yeah.
He's legit.
I can play Ultimate MK3.
I play
more 1,
2. Just look at my videos. Y'all see me playing all of them. Is what I'm saying. I can play every single.
So first of all,
I
was trying, and so first of all, Bobby Vu, they I hope he's getting paid, because this is basically the design of Bobby Vu, and it looks amazing. That panel,
that's
man.
Gonna get covered. That's gonna get covered with midweight stickers right there. You already know.
Dude, so somebody's already trying to mock us for the vinyl to put them on there. Somebody's already doing it.
The control panel is what I'm really in love with, because the attention to detail.
You show the top down view from that panel, because it's sexy. Like, I don't geek about anything, but that's great.
Dude, this is
Can't wait, man. Can't wait for this.
Dude, that control panel says it all, dude. Oh man.
I play on Fightcade, but still. You know, it's
And
not
sh-
like
and
playing
shout
on
out
your
to
own
them.
cabinet, man.
And shout out to them putting the headphone jack on the player 2 side that they know.
Well, they
nobody else can be
listen.
on.
That's the thing. They listened to us. They said, "Okay, you don't want it on that side. All right, we'll fix
Hey,
it."
Can you show me where it's at, dude? Point at it, or kind of describe it where the head jack's
It's
at?
right here.
Like right over
Right
there.
there, right
Talking
next to
about-
where to start.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna probably use a head jack, but
The fact that they listen though is good.
And
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
They flipped it where the live side button is where it should be, right to your
yeah,
player 1 side,
that's where it
right
should
there.
be.
And I think I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
Yeah, dude. It's even, dude. I don't like riser art, but this riser art is
This razor
simple
art
and
is
nice.
is one of the better
yeah,
ones
I'm
that they have
putting
ever
that over.
had.
Now
It's-
this
yeah,
one
I'm
doesn't
putting that
have the
over.
double thing, so it's gonna be smaller, right? Because I'm looking at it right now. It's
gonna
gonna
be
be the
probably
same
regular
size
size.
as the regular size. That's what I see. It
Yeah,
doesn't have the double panel on it. It looks like.
Oh,
It's
so
just a little
I
bit more
wanted to give some
out.
clarity on this because I know Rev and myself made a mistake on this. This will not have hat buttons.
oh yeah.
This will not have hat buttons. That's only going to be for the pro line. So if you want haps, you're going to have to do some surgery. You're going to watch, some videos. Actually, one of the better videos from a small YouTuber here, Marvel 360. He's done a couple of videos on there, and he did a really good video on modification. Also, Retro Ralph. So watch your favorite YouTuber, look that up. Super King has done it as well. You want to do some stuff like put some haps in there and make it nice, because if you're playing online and you don't want to get those L's, you might want to upgrade them sticks.
Yeah, that's gonna be the first thing. You definitely have to do it with this one.
I'm
Oh,
looking
man,
at everybody
dude.
with stock. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with
I mean, do you
I'm
really
gonna
need,
upgrade
do you,
them, but
do
I'm
you
just
need
saying
like
I'm
better
looking
sticks
at
for
everybody.
Mortal Kombat? I guess that's a legit question. Mad Dads, I'm asking you. Do you need
Nah.
better sticks for Mortal Kombat?
I will
If
say
you
this.
good in a
Like,
mug? No, is what I'm
No.
trying to
I will say this, because they're not
But you
quarter circles.
Yeah.
It seems like it's easier to pull off a move.
Right, and that's what that's because it's all back forwards and forward and
But those buttons, though, those buttons,
need to 100%.
those buttons need to be changed because they're mushy.
Okay.
And they're kind of big, like on the indention where your finger goes in. Like it just when you get a hap, it feels better for Mortal Kombat. At least I need it like to feel like it. Like when I do Sub-Zero slide, I need that I don't know. I'm weird, dude. When I play Mortal Kombat, I need that. But as far as the hap stick, I know a lot of people like that tension. I hate hap sticks. I like a light stick like a Sanwa, or even the stock sticks are really good with the cherry switches. That's what I go with. But I mean, people dog on the stock sticks, but I think they're pretty decent. I just hate the switches.
But if it's a regular cabinet, I'm telling you, $499, $550. I'm telling you, has to be.
I can't see that.
Or even $600. It might even
but dude, you're talking about they don't have the sticker anymore. They have real they have the coin doors. They have the Wi-Fi, and you're adding 2 more games. It's gonna the price is gonna rise.
Yeah,
So don't I don't want you to be fooled. You might as well rip that Band-Aid off now and be prepared that there's going to be an increase in price.
Oh yeah.
Just real quick.
And you pay to play. If you don't want it, I mean, the only way that things change is with your wallet. Don't buy it.
Just real quick. Sosa fan bam bam. I've seen you guys play. You're not good. You only play people who are trash. Quit playing rookies and play people who have skills. All of you are going down. I'm sorry, I didn't know Kong was trash.
Wait a minute. He said
I didn't know Welcome to God was trash. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know these people were like.
I'll
listen. I'll say it so ain't nobody else got to say it. Don't try to make your name in these Arcade1up freaking FGC streets by coming at the Big Blue NWO. Get your straps in like everybody else. Enter some tournaments. Get your name up, and then maybe the Big Blue NWO will acknowledge you. Until then, be quiet. Shush.
I'm ready for that Mortal Kombat
and just have fun.
Woo.
Please and thank you.
Mortal Kombat.
KI and Mortal Kombat. That's the ones. That's my
KI competition. You're gonna be like a separate group. Like
I'm not as good as
it's funny, dude, because I love it. I love when everybody's like, "Oh well," everybody's like, "Oh, you're trash," and then you wax them. If you wax them off stream or you wax them in front of everybody, then all of a sudden, about that. Yeah, no, action speak, man. You know what I'm saying? If your skills are anything, and if your skills are anything like CT's when he put up his promo, you're free.
Yeah,
That's
but people might like that. There's the Atari Centipede. It looks. I mean, don't get me wrong. It looks good.
I mean, it
looks good. Like they're trying to get back to that.
So this is what I'm gonna say though.
Yeah, it looks.
This is just me. If you just paid $250 for the the Tempest one, do you really need to get this? Do you really? Because you're getting 2 more games and you're getting leaderboards. You're not getting actual online gameplay. It's just leaderboards. I mean, to everybody, to each their own. There's some people that really like chasing those scores, like Turbo Joe. Turbo Joe would get on this on a minute. He probably won't get it because he's butthurt about them flipping on him. But there's gonna be some people that really want it. Like I could see Meatball Saucy saying, oh, I want this because I want to chase the leaderboards. But to me personally, I would stay with my legacy, the Tempest. But if I didn't have it and I actually like these Atari games, because I like Centipede, I would get this.
Yeah,
I would get this.
And if it's your first cabinet, man, like if you didn't get the other one, then yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, you got 14 games.
Yeah,
and it looks sexy.
Dude, I'm in love with just the art on that. That's something I wouldn't buy. I mean, I love Atari games, but as far as like, dude, my limited space, it's like mostly I want fighters. So that's just me. But dude, this artwork, if I wanted like a Atari cabinet, it would be this one or that Tempest. But this one's sick, dude.
Where's Django makes a good point. The main game on here is vertical. They have a horizontal.
Yeah.
That does suck. But I was looking at it, I think there's only 2 games on there that does have vertical. So the majority of it is going to be in the right format.
So it's going to have the bezels on the side, basically.
If they do it right and they don't stretch it.
Yeah.
It is 1-up, so they can make a mistake. Trust and believe. They've done it before. They'll do it again. And this one, again, I told you from the get-go, there will be more Pac-Man. Here is more Pac-Man. Be prepared for more Pac-Man.
Yeah, but this, forever. I mean, I'm sorry, but I have to say the fake false coin door, though, just makes it look, like I said, real ones are just always the best. But if you can't, afford that, then that right there, man, just looking at that is real good, man. It looks real good.
And it's a title a skin that we've never seen before. We had yellow Pac-Man like 18 times. This is a different skin. And a different design. It kind of looks like a Z-back. So it's different. And I appreciate them giving us a different foot, But there's going to be people who will get this. I'm not one of them. I still think the class of 81 is if you got to get a Pac-Man, that's the one to go with. But that's just me.
Hey, do people have nostalgia for that skin? That's what I'm trying to wonder. Like, I had to look up that cabinet, and I saw that there is a cabinet with that, but I mean, I think it was before my time. I never seen that cabinet.
No, I don't think so. But I think that you're gonna have those people that want their arcades to look different.
Oh, yeah.
So they're gonna get it.
Hey, I'm all supportive of more Pac-Man. I know a lot of people hate on it, but it sells a lot of units, and not everyone has a Pac-Man. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have got mine. I still need a regular Pac-Man, but we'll see. This is
you got a Pac-Man.
You got license up, remember?
You got to abuse that license.
Yes,
you got to get that bread.
This Pac-Man is my favorite. I might be happy with it. You're right, dude. I don't need another one. I have limited space. It just sometimes, dude.
See, but he gonna buy it, man. Let it be in Walmart though, and let him go see that.
If he gets the hobo price, you know he did it.
For Pac-Man is a hobo, dude. I'm the hobo price.
I was like, what the hell is the hobo price?
The hobo price is where you just get the unit and you don't get the riser and you don't get the light up marquee. That's a hobo price. Present price.
I thought you were talking about like those $75 cabs and $50 cabs. That's what I thought.
That's worse than that. I never got one of those. I think those are just myths. I've never seen one in real life.
Have you ever noticed that, though, man?
Real talk. I got my final fight for $50, and I could
I
have
hate
got Galaga,
you.
but no, like Dead like right hand to the Lord. I got my final fight for $50, and they had a Galaga, but I didn't give a crap about Galaga, so I left it there for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And I flipped it.
Right, Pac-Man, he's right about that. Pac-Man helps fund them dreams.
Yeah, exactly.
So, real quick before we leave, because we're we've been over an hour and 30. I wanna show you this if you haven't seen it already. This is the Pro line that was rumored by Toycade. It's real because it's on an actual retailer website in the UK. So let's watch the little sizzle reel.
All right,
So-
I know one person who's getting this cabinet. I already know.
Who's that?
D Love. You already know he getting.
Oh,
this
you
cabinet.
know he is. You know
I'm
he
just
is.
saying, you know, D
So-
Love getting
so-
this cabinet.
One of the things that I don't think people really address is that you're getting bowling with this. You're getting 2 bowling games: world class bowling, strata bowling, shuffle shot. I don't know what the hell
It's
I guess it's shuffleboard
Shuffleboard.
and stuff like that. And then you get in these golf games. I think some people are upset because they're not getting more of the latest and greatest golf games on there. But 2 things: maybe that PCB board is not ready for that, and secondly, we have to remember that these are one of the few arcades that are still in the wild. They're still making money off of this. Why give us the latest games that you're going to be competing with yourself, having people in their homes have it? You want people to still play these in the wild, you know? So
You know what, dude? I love that lineup. I wish it would have been that the Silver Strike bowling, but I mean, I've never played any of the
19-inch
bowling games.
monitor,
But I hear so much about it that I want it, but everything looks great on it, dude. It's just I got the regular Golden Tee so cheap, Hobo Special. I found it in Laredo for like $200, dude. And it was a few months
where are you getting these hobo prices, man?
Laredo,
See?
30
In the
minutes
hobo
to the
areas.
Mexico border, dude.
Oh, you're gonna get them. Oh, you said
They're
Laredo?
Walmart. Nobody.
No, he said
goes there.
Laredo for
Anyone
real,
that shops in Texas
Yeah.
knows to go to these other little towns like this. And it was a Walmart that nobody goes to. It was kind of way out there. So, dude, I think it was Laredo or was it McAllen that got that one? But it was dude, like $200. It was only a few months ago. I posted it on my Facebook or one of those platforms, maybe my Instagram. I don't remember. I was excited that I found it, dude, that cheap. And I was on the hunt. But for people who can't find one, this is nice. But not for me, man. I got my
It's gonna
Hobo
be-
Special. I'm happy with it.
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say, just for clarification for everybody in the chat, this is the Pro Series.
Pro Series, 19-inch screen, 3-inch trackball, and all those games, and Wi-Fi leaderboards. I don't believe it's going to be online gameplay, so you're not going to be able to alternate.
I wish, because that'd be great.
Man,
That'd have been a move right there.
That may make
Seriously.
me want to.
It would have been, but I mean, you could still, score chase. The Turbo Joes are going to be excited. Their things are going to be excited.
Dude, yeah, the turbo.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at.
I bought my 8-bit Eric. Yeah,
nice, Rex.
Yo, isn't he like 8BE now or something like that? Yo, no longer.
Yeah.
VC, all the things we want, we don't need none of this, but we all want it. We want everything.
Dude,
We want everything.
hey, legit, what Ralph said about me buying it from 8-bit Eric, he lives in my city. I wanted to ask him for it, dude. I was searching everywhere, and I kind of hit him up, though. I was like, hey, dude, if you know any in the area, any deals, but that's really the deal I wanted, let me know. But he just said, haha, made fun of me because he knew that, from my past and my old videos, I wasn't the one.
He said, I'm never going to help you, bro.
Yeah.
I will never help you.
Yo,
And
Rex,
I know he had a one up. I wanted to ask, but dude, I never did. So it's so funny that he mentions that in the comment.
So Rex's show said something. Said they need to do the pedestal version. Only way to play HDMI out to TV. Now with the Couchcade thing going on, could that be a possibility?
Yeah,
It definitely a possibility, but I mean, you're going to be playing on your lap. That sucks. What they need to do is actually expand upon that idea of the pedestals. What if you got like remember the Marvel versus Capcom 2 that had the pedestal with the standing the screen that would be cool if they could do a whole series of that. I mean, it's nothing in terms of the artwork. It's just that you're gonna have to give us a big screen. You're gonna have to give us like a 20-inch screen,
right?
Minimum for that to look cool. No.
Yeah, that's extra room too.
More room. And I don't think that it's
coming back. You're talking about
I don't think it's going to be hard to I don't think it's going to be hard to pack either, because what are you going to give us, like a pedal stand and some poles and shit. And
not those kind of poles, chat. Not those kind.
No, we won't do those poles. We won't do those poles. So, with that being said, we're bringing this on home. Do you think that? Who do you think had the better, CES, and what do you expect? Is this the end of it, or do you think that there's going to be more titles? Because let's just say last year, Arcade1up had, I want to say it was about 65 SKUs. 65. Now, granted, there's a lot of repeats, like you have light up marquee, light up deck, no light up deck, stool, no stool. So let's say you double that, so let's say it was like 33, 32. 32 products? Come on. iiRcade only had one. Ad Games only had like about four SKUs, 5 SKUs. Let's give them 10 SKUs. 32 SKUs is a lot. They won CES. I don't even think they were there.
That's how they won, I guess.
I guess if you don't show, you can't be last place.
Yeah.
So who do you think won, or who had a better CES? I'll start with Maddads. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, cabinet wise, I'm gonna go ahead and Arcade1up won that for me. You know what I mean? Like it's been just announcing the Pro Series, and also just with the Mortal Kombat, that was like my game. So I'm gonna go. You already know I'm gonna go for them already. It's just because of that. iiRcade, you can't compare. I don't understand, man. You can't compare iiRcade to Arcade1up because again, they have certain games you can just play, and that's it. Like you buy the cabinet, you get the games on there, and that's it. But with iiRcade, you can just buy whatever games you want and add it to the same cabinet. So it's different. They're just different, man. So that's why I say I'm not even gonna say they're in. Like I can't say who won what, is because it's not the same. If it was the same multi-K type of thing, then I would say yeah. But I can't go with them. I'm gonna go.
If you really want to be
the truth, I'm just saying Arcade1up though, for real.
Arcade1up announced 3 multi-Ks.
I mean,
you got 3 cabinets that have 14 games. Where if you buy a iiRcade, you get 11 games
or 11, yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna still go with
OTG. What you going with,
dude? I understand what Maddads is kind of saying, like it's not a competition or whatever. Like he doesn't want to put them together. But I'm going to put them together because they're in the space. Obviously, I'm in the community that, dude, there's a lot of people where the community clashes. So I'm going to be honest. Arcade1up straight up won it. There's no way iiRcade won this. They didn't bring nothing to the table. Didn't even bring any like news of peripherals or anything working. They're very silent about the real questions. All they brought was one little cabinet with the redesigned little piece on top with some stickers on there, and boom, and that's it. And Arcade1up coming out with that Pro Line series first, announcing it. Yes, I got emotional that day. I didn't tell people. I didn't reach out. I didn't even tweet about it. I don't do nothing. I keep my shit to myself. But I let my close friends know that I was kind of hurt by it. Not hurt. I didn't use that word, but I was like, dude, what should I do? I was freaking out. Okay, that's what I was doing. I was like, what should I do? Oh man, should I cancel? Should I do this? And But I went to sleep, calmed down, and now, dude, that Pro line is looking so sweet. I am so happy they announced that Mortal Kombat 30th anniversary, dude. Zohar hyping this up, and I love the look. You called that out, UAG. You called out that on a stream. You said we're gonna have the Mortal Kombat with no Johnny Cage, like the fatality. I kind of was like, really, dude? Come on, now you think they're gonna do that? And I didn't think so. And the fact that it came out and it's online and it's not a Pro series right now, so it's not digging to me like I need one. And if it comes later, I'll probably, dude, I don't know if I'm gonna be. I don't want to think about it.
I'm gonna be the sucker.
Yeah.
I'll get this one, and if it comes out of Pro, I'm gonna get that one too. And I'm gonna sell the other one. I'm gonna hustle. I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna figure out a way. I'll probably send it over to Maddads because he needs 2 of them in his house anyway. So there. Well, let's read this super chat real quick because it kind of goes along with what you were saying. OTG. This console fanboy says, I say this about iArcade. They better announce a game by the end of the week. That's all I'm gonna say. Announce something nice by Friday. Which I think that's probably the sentiment for most people, right? That's the sentiment for most people. So, Moat, you have the floor.
Who won CES? PlayStation, because the PSVR 2 is
that was nice.
We're not talking about that. Like, what do y'all want me to say? Y'all want me to say iArcade won? Because I'd be a liar. I can say look, all right, this is how it went. Arcade went up number 1. You know what I'm saying? Mother Trucker at Games number 2, and they didn't even show up. Then Toy Shock, and then iArcade.
Now you being disrespectful. I'm not gonna let you disrespect them. I'm not gonna let you disrespect them like that, bro.
No, look, legit.
I ain't gonna let you disrespect them.
Like I was watching Ralph's stream earlier before this. Y'all heard me when I came in, you know what I mean? And Rexer showed the Toy Shock gimmicks, you know what I'm saying? And they look really good. Those had more changes than the iArcades. Okay,
I don't care. You are not gonna sell me on no damn toy shop.
Fine. Arcade went up at Games, tied for 3rd. iArcade and Toy Shock. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. Like, they didn't change anything. It's literally the same thing, just with a marquee and a speaker and a freaking speaker update. What do you want me to say? They haven't shown any games yet. They dodged the accessory question that Rainwater and everybody else was talking about. I guarantee that we'll get accessories and stuff for CES. They ninja dodge all that stuff. What do you want me to say? Arcade, look, Arcade went up, came out. They were with a bad chick the night before. They woke up in the morning. They grabbed their shit. Was like, oh crap, we got to make an announcement. Here it goes. Boom.
Hold on a second.
Table, went and got breakfast.
Mo, hear me out, because this makes a valid point. Django makes a valid point. He says, you guys realize that Pac-Mania is the only new game they announced. These companies.
Facts.
So.
And I completely think Pac-Mania is new,
right.
Was it?
No, Pac-Mania is on this 40th anniversary. I got that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's not even a new game. But
I guess the skin.
And we're talking about the product line here. Let's be real. We're talking about the products, because, you know what I'm saying, they didn't reveal any new games. But 3 multicades, a pro line, you know what I mean, which pissed me off, but I'm okay now. You know what I mean? Compared to not even new speakers in just an app. And a little marquee that people are already like doing stuff with already. Like, come on, B. You can't compare them. That's like being like, yo, let's go to breakfast, and then being like, yo, you want to go to this beautiful you want to go out for brunch with a slice of cantaloupe at the end, or you want to go to McDonald's and get the McGriddle? Like, there's no question. Yes, McGriddle's good once in a while, but there's no competition. like Arcade went up. Like, dude, legit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point, though. I will hear all hyped up with 30th anniversary, and he's right. There's no new games. And
Ralph, I respect you. I will never buy a toy shop. That's my point. That's the level of disrespect we're talking about. And I own that gimmick. Oh no, I'm being hella disrespectful.
Yes.
Do you think the Cena would be on the Pro Series? I just wanted to ask you that.
Rexer, I guess you're used to playing real arcade cabinets. I think that thing is gorgeous. So I mean, to each their own, Rex. To each their own. I will get it. I know that the majority of the people will get it, and you're just gonna be sour grapes, bro.
I think it looks cool without the.
Like, it looks
cool.
It looks good. I'm gonna get it so I can put my cords on the glass and get beat up by Dreamcast Kyle. So that's why I'm getting it. But
dude, no. We're gonna go to the lab. We're gonna practice because I need Dreamcast Kyle to swallow some of this pride that his Canadian bacon pride, because he's feeling too full of himself.
I'm
gonna
come to play me.
Hold on, I get that.
I got him.
That's it.
Yo, Kev Grit's right.
I got
people cried about a
Dreamcast.
lip
What's
marquee
up?
and we got it, so I complain. Right, but you got lip marquees, but they're not making it so people with first gen cabinets can swap it out. I mean, it's kind of backwards. You know what I mean? Like you're not. It's pretty much saying, yo, you guys brought the prototype models, and yo, here's the one that we wanted to put out. You know what I mean? It's kicking the dick. That's kind of what I'm saying. And so, yo, skins and speakers, like that ain't it. Yo, because like, let's be real about this. And I'm gonna take glass when I say this. If Arcade1up did this crap, do you know how many hate videos there would be? How many people were like, yo, this is BS? They're like pretty much making it so you can be lazy and just buy a Pro Series and not have to go through like Retro 530 or Bobby Vu or whatever else, yo. And yes, I myself am not a hypocrite because I blew up too, but I'm gonna spend that money because if I want it, I'm gonna buy it. And you can't tell me nothing.
Dude, I need you to stop. I need you to stop making his voice because you're giving him too much love. He don't get no love on this panel. That's it. That's it. Now I'm gonna end it.
Why wouldn't you want to be on the cabinet though?
I'm gonna.
You think it was like a money thing where they just said?
Oh, it's a money thing. They said, oh, this is what happened. They didn't get no love on the video games at home. So they were like, you know what? Let's pull you off. You're not gonna get nothing, and that's it. That's it.
Yo, RB, chill, bro. LMAO, this ain't backwards compatibility. This ain't Xbox.
So we're gonna end this with my final thoughts on it. I believe everybody won. Everybody won. Everybody got what they wanted. The things that you asked for, you got. Now shut up and accept it. And that's it.
Dorothy's in the chat, fam.
Dorothy, what up, D-Love, baby boy? He said, hate on the toy shop. To this day, I have no regrets buying this cabinet alone. Granted, I modded it. Doesn't look no. I mean, you putting money in that, right? So basically, what you bought was a box. You bought a box, D-Love. It's a pretty box after what you did with it, but you can't. It's like making a whole different unit. You can't use that. You can't use that, bro.
The screen is nice, man. The screen is beautiful. I'm just saying. No, seriously.
It's like that glass, though. That glass is beautiful.
No, I'm just saying. If you look at, I'm telling you, for right now, I'm telling you, if you haven't seen it, if you don't have it, is what I'm trying to tell you.
I don't have it. I don't want it. I will never get it.
I'm trying to tell you right quick, though. The Toy Shock, if you
I'm glad you love it.
Both games over here, it looks better on the damn Toy Shock. I'm telling you.
Okay. All right.
Just make yourself feel better.
Serious, though, man. I might have to make a video so you can see the hell I'm talking about. But still,
and no one will watch it.
Whatever. But still, how is a 24-inch screen look better than a 32? That don't make no sense. And it does. Okay. I'm just trying to tell you.
That man, you looking at it through those Coke bottles. That's why.
Oh my God. Yeah. Whatever, man. Just because you ain't got it, I'm just saying. We don't.
I don't. You know what? I saved that money. I saved that money so I could buy what I think was the winner. Now, I think that both of them won, but the if you had to pick one A of the best thing that happened, it's Mortal Kombat. I know you're gonna tell me that all these games were out. Okay. I know you're gonna say they gave you 2 more crappy games. Okay. But I love the design and online. You sold me when you said online. Everybody is going to be playing a 30-year-old game online, and everybody's going to get lit. This game changed the whole, like, it changed the game. Blood, fatalities, freaking, ratings on video games, and now all of us as grown up as adults are playing this game. Oh man, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be fun.
Had to have online, man.
Both of them won, but this is the real winner. And I think we all win. We all win.
How very politically diverse you were with that statement.
Yeah, nah, we don't all win.
We all win because look, you were one of the people that said, dude, this doesn't even look like an arcade cabinet. This thing is trash. I don't want this. And what they said, oh, okay, shut up. Here, I give you what you want. You're like, well, you didn't give me nothing else. I know that's what I wanted, but you didn't give me nothing else.
Well, the sticks and buttons, man. You know what I mean?
Oh,
What's going on?
They shouldn't mess with them, man. I'm
Nah,
mad. Oh, but maybe you can open it up now and change out yourself, and they move the board on. They're just not telling us because they're not ready.
You know, be real lit if it like flipped up, like actual panels, like flipped up or flipped down. Like that would be great. Like legit, if it's especially for like the Pro Series, that'd be awesome. Then you
that would be nice. And then you could change your buttons if you want to change it. You know, change your micro switches if something goes bad. Hey, one up. And whatever other company that's here, listen, you know, you're always listening. And I'm going to end one thing. I think E3 is where the real party is. If we look at E3 last year, that's where 1UP did all its noise. I guarantee you there's going to be something new. Mm-hmm. What are we getting? You think we're getting the Alpha series? You think we're getting Time Cop? Time Crisis? You think we getting
32-inch pinball machines?
You think we get a V2, a Pro Line? Because they're doing Pro Line for arcade. Why don't they do a Pro Line on pinball?
Oh yeah.
Yo, that's a video. That's a video.
Pro Line, baby.
I'm gonna tell you what I hope. E3. What I'm hoping is that they say just in time pre-order now. Because just in time for when football season comes out, here's your blitz. I wish.
I will say this. I think that's going to happen. I think Super Bowl we're going to hear blitz.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You think Super Bowl that early, or
I think Super Bowl? I think they don't want to blow their load on this. It's not going to get a lot of. It would get pop, but what's going to be the bigger pop when there's nothing, nobody else is talking, and you come in the Super Bowl and be like this, boom, here you go, hold my beer.
You don't want that to overshadow the potential Street Fighter Alpha, Marvel vs. Capcom, House of the Dead, Time Crisis / whatever announcements that could happen at E3. You don't want to overshadow that. So,
dude, we thought we was going to get a last Super Bowl, but now we have relationships in place. They are in Miami Stadium. There's relationships in place. There's more on the line, and I do believe that something's coming, baby. Just you wait and see. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for enduring us for 2 hours. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys always joining, and stay tuned next week because we'll have some things. I got some stuff on the burner. Hopefully we have a special guest. If not, you'll see my beautiful face. Before we leave, we got a $2 super chat. Bro, what if they call blitz and not NFL blitz? Keep your money. I need my NFL blitz. With that being said, I need blitz. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you next week. Okay?
Peace.